let's just talk about what we've seen so far here. It's 2-2, JF against Draco. Pretty much the highest level PvPs you're going to see outside of Korea. This is Game 5. This is it. The TSL is almost over. It's going to be over today. After this game, this is the final game. $5,000 the winner. That is like life-changing money for young guys. And this is just such a pressure-filled match. We're definitely going to see their best.
I just want to point out that JianFei is 2-0 with Reavers and 0-2 without Reavers. So, I mean, here's hoping JianFei decides to go Reavers. He should pretty much sacrifice everything, cut all his probes, just to get that first Reaver out, and that's going to secure victory for him.
Oh, it sounds like a pretty interesting strategy, I must say. Cut your probes to get a Reaver to kill their probes with. Alright, sounds good to me.
Yeah, I don't come up with these tactics on my own. They just come to me. Pure brilliance. But I mean, it just says something about JianFei's Reaver control. Draco hasn't had an answer to it really on either map. And I mean, time and time again, Othello does favor shuttle play. Maybe that's why Draco cheesed him in Game 1 on Othello. He didn't want to go up against the golden Reaver of JianFei. And we're going to have to see if he plays a little more standard this time, or if he really wants to just end it, not let JianFei get up to Reavers.
You know, that's very interesting to point out. I mean, we are always talking about his Reavers, but it is no exaggeration whatsoever. I mean, this guy, he makes Reavers, he gets speed on his shuttle, and no matter where you defend, he kills probes, he kills units, and he doesn't lose those Reavers or shuttles except in the most dire of circumstances. I mean, those things, he micros them like a pro gamer.
Yeah, for sure. Just during this bit of time, I just want to take a second and mention, if you can't get enough of the TSL after this game, there's a great desktop thread with tons of wallpapers. Just some great moments have been captured in just some great wallpapers that have been put up there by the graphics team. So take a look at that. JianFei just makes the cutest little zealot I've ever seen. So you can download that, put it on your desktop, just to remember the great moments of the TSL.
And it looks like we are about ready, and let's go. And here we go. This is it. This is the end. This is the last game of the Razer TSL. We have JF against Draco Game 5. We have the map Othello, JF in the top right with Protoss, Draco in the top left with Protoss. And, you know, we do not really know who this map favors. They both had extremely strong games here. And, you know, the one thing that I can point out is that JF positionally is behind. His minerals are facing out towards Draco's base, and this is going to make it a lot easier for Draco to harass JF.
Yeah, we saw what JF did to Cloud in these positions. They both opened with really similar builds, but just having those exposed minerals, JF could jump from the main to the natural with the Reavers, and it was nearly impossible for Cloud to defend. We haven't really seen too much Reaver drop play from Draco thus far, so I don't know if that's going to come. And look at this, JF going straight to the middle. He says, "You're not going to proxy me this time." Checks the middle, but we can see Draco has decided to scout to the bottom and has decided to play straight up in Game 5.
Yeah, he has, and I like that move. I mean, if he cheesed Game 5, I would think there was something wrong going on, because Draco, he is so strong. Even though JF's Reavers are like pro gamer level, Draco has to still feel good about his chances. I mean, he has more experience than any other Protoss in the scene, and especially under these pressure-filled situations between, you know, PGL, Korea, WCG, all these other events. So, you know, the Razer TSL is just another opportunity for him to just show his huge skills.
And again, a differing build. Looks like Draco has decided to get a Zealot before a Core, and JF is opening for a faster Core, then getting that Zealot out, And Draco is not moving out with that Zealot, he's just holding it on the ramp to deny scouting. We can see by the probes just in the bottom corners at this point, if that ramp, I don't know if it's wide enough to be held with one Zealot, I don't think it is. So they're probably going to get in to scout each other's bases. Draco is making a second Zealot. If that gets out in time to hold the ramp, JF is going to be playing blind.
And by playing blind, of course, we mean that he is not going to be able to know anything that his opponent is really doing, except what he sees at the ramp with this probe. I mean, if you can't scout your opponent, that is just so big. You know, he could be doing any tech at all, and you just have to guess, and you know, it gets a little bit more luck-based in a situation like that. And there we go, the probe just falls right down, so Draco is playing blind. JF has killed the probe, no scouting for him, and it looks like also JF is not going to be able to scout Draco. Draco does have those two Zealots on the ramp, so they're both just going to have to guess at what the other one is doing. We see that right now Draco, he has two gateways, he's getting his range, and JF, he is sitting on the one gateway. No robo yet, but I do expect to see it soon. This is a build that he is very good with, and he has shown us, especially last game, just how strong it can be.
I just want to point out Draco only has 2 probes on gas. I'm not sure if that's on purpose. I'm not really familiar with high-level Protoss versus Protoss play, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he has the exact gas timings down that he knows to do this build. He only needs 2 probes for the start. Now adding another pylon, looks like he wants to stay on 2 gateways for quite a bit, whereas JF adding that robotics pretty close to his ramp just so he can get that Reaver out to defend. We can see Draco is actually posturing forward to deny scouts. He's sending Dragoons out just looking for probes that are trying to get in. I'm sure he has no intentions of attacking. And JF just has a probe at the bottom left, just scouting for any sort of proxy and trying to get some more information out of Draco.
But he is not going to get more information out of Draco until he has something that flies, that's for sure, because these Dragoons are not letting anything in. And it looks like Draco is actually moving forward a little bit. It looks like he may want to pressure or at least scout with his army against JF. And we see Draco, he is going for 3 gates. So Draco, he is doing an extremely strong build without any scouting knowledge. So, I mean, if JF went DTs, Draco's pretty much dead, so this is pretty risky here by Draco. I'm a little bit surprised to see it. But JF, he's looking strong here. He's making a shuttle right now. He's adding his second gateway, and it looks like he'll have an observer before his Reaver. Yes, it will. He already has that observatory up. He has the observer ready to make, and Draco may be able to just bust JF right here, and he's just running right up the ramp, it looks like, and they are JF pulling the probes. This is extremely important right here. The probes are totally messing up with these Dragoons, and it looks like JF will hold this ramp, but he may lose quite a few probes as well. No, just a couple probes down, and Draco also kills a couple Dragoons. So JF, he is looking extremely strong right now. He's got a higher tech base, he's got those 2 gates, he's got the high ground. I do not think Draco can possibly break him with this 3-gate opening.
Let me tell you, when I saw Draco opening 3-gate and JF waiting for observers and a shuttle before getting his Reaver, my heart was going about 10,000 beats a minute. And especially when he moved out with those 2 Dragoons against the massive army of Draco. But those probes just work so well, just jamming up and shuffling around the Dragoons on the ramp. Draco now adding a 4th gate. Looks like he's pretty much going into ramp break mode, or maybe he's just trying to defend these Reavers of JF with pure Dragoon, sending his Dragoons up to try to defend where the shuttle would normally go. Or is he moving towards a natural? And JF is actually adding a Citadel. This is so strange. So he's doing some sort of 2-gate. Is it going to be Speedy Zealots? It's probably going to be Templar. That first Reaver is going to be out, and that's going to shut down any chance that Draco had of cracking this ramp of JF.
Yeah, JF is in a brilliant position right now. These Dark Templars are going to be just absolutely clutch. He knows that Draco is going mass units, and probably won't have any cannons, won't have any detection either until too late. So that is going to absolutely work in his favor. And look at this, Draco looks like he wants to maybe pressure the ramp a little bit, but JF's sitting up there so securely. He has his 2 gateways constantly making Dragoons, and he has that Reaver sitting on top of the ramp. So right now JF is looking to be in an extremely strong position unless Draco goes for some more tech.
Draco adding a robotics, so maybe he smelt some sort of Dark Templar. But really, I find it strange that JF's playing so defensively. He's not moving out with this first Reaver, but we can look in Draco's main with a few Dragoons, 6 Dragoons spaced out. Looks like he's expecting the Reaver drop, and a probe in the shuttle now from JF. So it looks like he wants to try to get some scouting done. So Dragoon there, he dodges it. Now he's going to drop that probe, try to figure out, or maybe he's looking to expand, because I mean he's got an observer in the base of Draco. He can pretty much see what he's doing, so maybe this is an expansion probe. Templar Archives now up, and Dark Templar coming from JF. So is this going to be like the ultimate drop, Reaver and Dark Templar? I don't know, we'll have to wait and find out.
God, I hope not. That is scary. I will have nightmares all night long. You do not want to see DTs and a Reaver in a shuttle. That is just ridiculous. I mean, come on. And we see right now JF pushing right out, and Draco has to run away. He loses only 1 goon. Very nice reaction time by Draco once again. And he does have some DTs now, JF does. So he's looking pretty strong here. He's definitely way up on the tech, but Draco does have that robo now. He's just starting his observatory, so it looks like the DTs are not going to be game enders, but they can definitely stall and buy some time for JF to get an expansion up.
Draco looking to put up his expansion, and I think, as you said, this observer is going to be out in time to defend. Maybe if JF goes straight for the Nexus, he can tear it down. DT is now moving towards the army. Looks like they're going to work on some Dragoons. Are they going to go for the Nexus or the probes? We'll have to find out. Draco bringing back his army, just clogging up the ramp, so JF can't do anything. He's just going to town on these Dragoons. Dragoons just helpless. They can't see those Dark Templar. And JF isn't putting up an expansion, surprisingly. He's got 2 Reavers in the shuttle and a ton of units. And these Dark Templar still just tearing down the Dragoons. Looks like they don't have too much of a target. They're just kind of attacking whatever. And now one slips into the main. Is it going to go to work on those probes? But there's a Dragoon out for Draco. Or excuse me, an observer for those Dragoons. So he's going to be able to see that, and he's going to be able to take it down with minimal losses. Here goes the Dark Templar. 3 kills, 4 kills. Just going to town on them, and Draco not reacting. He's working on these Reavers. Is he going to take out the shuttle? No, the shuttle lives. The Reaver's coming in. JF is pounding from all fronts. He's got the Dark Templar in, and he's moving in with 2 Reavers. Draco's army is just melting. He's going to have to cancel this Nexus. Nexus going up. Is he going to cancel it? Oh, he does cancel it at the last second, and the Dark Templar's still going to town. It's got just a ton of 17 kills on the Dark Templar. Oh my god. And here comes JF loading up the Reavers. Looks like he's coming in trying to finish this game.
And he's going to finish the game. Draco has nothing left. JF has twice the supply here, and just Scarab's going right up that ramp, pummeling these Dragoons. Draco almost no probes left whatsoever, and JF is just pushing right up. Look at all these Dragoons walking right up the ramp, just pounding into Draco. And Draco, GG's, that is it. JF has won the Razer TSL and $5,000.
Oh my. Down 0-2, he comes back to win 3-2. How ridiculous is that in a volatile match like Protoss versus Protoss? JF 3-0 when he gets Reavers out. If you're playing this kid, Protoss versus Protoss, do not let him get Reavers out, no matter what you can do. Sacrifice everything to stop it. He's just a Reaver god. And JF, wow, my hat is off to you. That was incredible play, coming back against the wall. He takes it 3-2.
You know, just to outline exactly what happens and show how ridiculously good JF is. I mean, this is Draco. This is the pro gamer. He lived in Korea for at least 8 months playing professionally. He's been high rankings in PGL and WCG and everything. He has so much experience in these matches. He's destroyed every good Protoss on his way. Noni, White Raw, Cloud, everyone. And JF, he is so young. You know, he's like 17 years old or something like that. He's still in high school. He was down 0-2, as you said, and I mean, the amount of pressure there, if he loses one more game, that's it. And he comes back 3-0 against Draco. Just absolutely amazing. JF, just a new huge star of the Borner scene.
I mean, if you didn't know who JF was, you definitely know who he is now. Taking down the TSL. And again, good play by Draco. I mean, count him out. Taking 2 games off JF, that's no easy task. He's going to go home with $2,000, and we're going to see him in the TSL too. And I just want to take the time to say thank you to everyone who set up the TSL. It's just been incredible working with everyone who came together to put on the first Foreigner Star League. I mean, Hotbid for organizing it, and Kennegat, Rich for all the technical issues with Son of Bob, the graphics team just putting together this incredible comic style. Just the art direction for the TSL was incredible. Yanis for the intro, getting that intro and working on the probe. I mean, everyone has just come together to show how to run a Foreigner tournament, and this has really been the S-Class Foreigner tournament, and my hat is off to you. Thank you to everyone who put this together. It's just been a pleasure working with everyone.
That is so true. I mean, thank you so much to all the people who played in it, watched it, worked on it, and especially thank you to Razer for sponsoring this Team Liquid Star League. They're going to be sending $5,000 to JianFei from Canada. Amazing new Protoss player. Bright career ahead of him. And thank you all for watching, and hope you watch Team Liquid Attack next week. And thank you. See you later.
So take my hand, let's get these words running. This is you.